This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, incensed Queenstown landowner Peter Clark deals justice to this illegal tree hut on his property. We have video. Dunedin City Council responds to climate change threats by mandating new minimum height floor levels for new buildings. And falling from the sky with the greatest of ease, it's Ashburton's annual skydiving festival this week. Kia ora, good evening. With The South Today, I'm Craig Story. The South Today has inside pictures of an illegal tree hut built on private Queenstown land about a month ago. Among the items found by landowner Peter Clark were alcohol and lots of it, eggs, butter, bedding, a knife, a gun and condoms. Mr. Clark cut the tree hut down on Saturday. Have a look at this.
Condoms, lots of alcohol, eggs, butter, a gas cooker and a pipe. These are some of the items found by landowner Peter Clark when he got inside an illegal tree hut that was built on his private land.
We gave him a couple of weeks to get off our land. We asked the police to go down and give him a trespass notice. He refused to get off our land and remove the illegal structure.
So he went down and removed it himself. Staff reports the Australian man who built and lived in the tree hut for 2 months is a 23-year-old carpenter who built the tree hut without permission, and he vowed to build another hut on Queenstown's Arawata track. Clark says the man would get trespassed if he did.
When we visited the site, he wasn't there, but there was clear evidence that he was still living there.
He says the man have ignored the trespass notice. Clark wasn't impressed with the way the main police centre line handled the situation.
The person I spoke to told me that I should go to the site and investigate the risk and report back to them because they were not prepared to send officers into a situation where they didn't know the risk. Now, we'd just come back from overseas. I'd been sent a photo from the council of 3 vehicles and a dog. So there could have been up to 6 people there, somewhere illegally occupying our land. I'm not a 20-year-old. I'm in my 60s. I had an injured shoulder, and the police were telling me I had to go there and assess the risk of them. They could have done better.
Clark says the way the hut was built on a cliff was extremely dangerous. To prevent further intruders, he has asked the council to build a fence along the edge of the Arawata track, but he says they have refused.
If the shoe was on the other foot and we had stock on our property wandering onto council land, they'd be insisting we fence it to keep them in. Or if we had people on our land that were causing problems on council land, they would be ensuring that we do something about it. However, both council and DOC seem to think that they've almost taken our land by stealth.
Clark says he won't wait to chop a treehouse down next time he finds one. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Dunedin police are very keen to speak with the driver of a 4-wheel drive vehicle which sped around an inner city corner, dumping a couch off in the process. This CCTV footage shows a couch falling off the trailer while being towed at speed by this 4-wheel drive. The footage is now being scrutinised by the police. It appears the driver either doesn't notice or just doesn't care that the unsecured objects flew off as he continued off down the road. Otago Coastal Road Policing Manager Senior Sergeant Steve Larking says the police are investigating the matter seriously. They'd like to hear from the driver or anyone who saw the incident. If you have any information, call the local cops. The Dunedin City Council is introducing new minimum floor levels for buildings in some parts of Dunedin after the floods of 2015. Under the new regulations, residential buildings, including new homes, extensions and rest homes across low-lying parts of Dunedin City, will need to be built higher off the ground than before. The South Today's Roselle Lebone has more.
The Dunedin City Council is responding to concerns following the June 2015 floods by introducing new minimum floor levels which are, in most cases, higher than current specifications. The The move is to protect new homes in low-lying areas including South Dunedin, the Tairi Plain, Brighton, Tomahawk and parts of the Kaikorai Valley. Dunedin City Council staff have been analysing data since the June 2015 flood and say the new levels will provide a greater level of protection for residents in these areas. The changes are to cope with the type of flooding associated with 1 in 50-year rainfall events.
Got a minimum floor level in your home that means that it's safe from a 1 in 50-year flood event. That means that home can be lived in much longer than something that's obviously built at ground level that's going to be inundated. And so that for us is about sustainability and will make South Dunedin a lot more viable in the long term.
For areas which flooded in 2015, the new minimum floor levels will be set another 400 millimetres past the height of the floodwaters. In other areas identified as flood prone, the new minimum floor levels will be an additional 500 millimetres past ground level. The changes are likely to affect small numbers of proposed buildings and could involve extra cost. At the moment, there are 4 building consent applications in the system where the new levels apply.
There's no cost to the ratepayer as such. It's really, this is down to individual developments, and so any costs that will be incurred by a raised floor level will be incurred by the developer.
The City Council hopes to be able to provide detailed maps over coming months that show what levels apply to individual properties. I'm Roselle LeBone for the South Today.
It's been a big day for 140 Queenstown Resort College students who celebrated and graduated today. Graduates marched the streets of Queenstown to honour their achievement over the past 2 years of study at the college. Students marched from the QRC house through Camp Street up to Memorial Hall, where the former CEO, Air New Zealand CEO Rob Fyfe was planned to address graduates. Students graduated from 2 programs, Hospitality Management and Adventure Tourism Management.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You know, it's good to be done and finally get that piece of paper to my name.
Well done you. The college says 85% of its graduates will work in their field of study, but 12% will go into higher education. QRC is the only tourism college in Queenstown enrolling 150 to 200 new students each year. Ashburton is holding its annual skydiving festival this weekend. Throughout the week, if you look up, you may see up to 100 visiting sports skydivers jumping from perfectly good aeroplanes as they improve their skydiving skills.
Skydiving Kiwis is an annual event that has attracted enthusiasts from around the world. New Zealander Lee Barraclough is in charge of the event.
It's really super great for Ashburton. We get up to 100 skydivers here for this event each year, and as it's grown over the last 4 years, we've managed to secure some really good international coaches to come over and teach the Kiwis how to skydive a little bit better.
Amongst the visitors is free flight coach Richie Convery, who is the Australian national champion for free flying.
I've known Lee for few years now, and I've seen a lot of footage and videos and always wanted to get down here, and Lee's brought me over finally, and yeah, super happy to be here.
New Zealand aeroplane manufacturer Pacific Aerospace has provided their new plane for the event.
Now this aeroplane's the P750 and it's rigged out for skydiving. So to promote skydiving in New Zealand and promote this aeroplane and support the boogie here.
All going to plan, up to 17 skydivers at a time will tumble out of this plane into the Ashburton skies this week. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
Of course I would. Still to come on The South today, Dunedin's mayor announces a major coup for the city and the wider region, and concerns have been expressed over toxic waste being uncovered as Oamaru develops its foreshore protection. Also, DJ Yuki Brown.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now. They will love you forever.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books, with the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
It's on again. The Star Regent 24-hour book sale starts noon, 9th of June. Don't miss out.
We're 25 Moreau Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte, and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost felt as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
As a person who's had a tragedy, to a family, to an individual, but in fact this is an operation, and the operation is there to remove a heart or set of lungs, to do the process appropriately, check that the organs are working and achieve a technically skillful procedure.
Mondays at 8 p.m. features a series of hour-long documentaries by local filmmaker and medical doctor Paul Trotman. This week, The Waiting List, Organ Donation in New Zealand. 8 p.m. Monday, only on Channel 39.
Thanks for staying with The South today. Tourism industry Aotearoa made the announcement today that New Zealand's largest annual international tourism showcase, called Trends, will be held in Dunedin for the very first time next year. Dunedin Mayor Dave Cull says today's announcement is a major coup for the city and for the wider region too. The Chief Executive of Tourism Industry Aotearoa says they are delighted that Dunedin, in partnership with Southland and the Waitaki, will be the host for 2018. Now, concerns have been expressed over the foreshore protection work underway in Oamaru. There are already indications that toxic waste from a former timber treatment plant is now being uncovered. Local resident Lorraine Adams of Coast Care has said that she believes that the earthworks, you can see them there, they're currently in progress, have exposed a toxic waste dump known to be in the area. The Waitaki District Council's roading manager, Michael Voss, says that by putting in the geotextile tube sand mattresses, the council is actually protecting the beach from further contamination. This story will continue to unfold. May is New Zealand Music Month, where local artists and their music are celebrated. Queenstown South Today reporter caught up with Yuki Brown. Brown is a guitarist / drummer by day and a DJ by night. Here's Mina Amso with the beat.
Queenstown entertainer and DJ Yuki Brown wouldn't spend a night not in the local bar, playing tunes till the early hours of the morning. And 5 years on, he's still living his dream.
you know, every opportunity that I can have to make more of it, the better.
Brown says DJing in Queenstown has its ups and downs, and he believes the transiency of the resort town makes a following rather difficult.
I feel like understanding the crowd that you have in front of you is always the most difficult part, but for me, I find that challenge rewarding when you nail it.
And on the biggest challenge for young New Zealand artists.
Because it's such a small market, you have to really be able to differentiate yourself from the rest, unless you want to be a full-time working musician rather than a breakout artist.
Brown would like to make a name for himself, be established as a standalone artist and entertainer.
100%. I'd love to be a DJ that can produce tunes that people can, you know, use to whatever scenario they want.
Following the footsteps of well-known DJs in the market, the likes of the late trance producer and DJ Robert Miles. Brown hopes a few months spent in Auckland later this year would help establish a footing in the industry. This track is recorded by Brown. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Well-made article. After the break on The South Today, different musical worlds have their heroes. Soon you'll meet a contemporary art songwriter. He's also known as a composer for the people. Also, tomorrow's ODT and the weather report is good for the weekend.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoai Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
It's on again. The Star Regent 24-hour book sale starts noon, 9th of June. Don't miss out.
Autumn is here. Too late to sow grass seed, but never fear. Ready Lawn is here. Ready Lawn, your perfect all year round solution. Call Ready Lawn today.
Loss of collagen is the reason for those fine lines and wrinkles. Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Joints, tendons, ligaments and cartilage all benefit from healthy collagen levels, the very foundation of structural health. Support collagen levels naturally with Collagen Plus by Silberhorn. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call now 0800 502 402.
Atelier Jeu d'Esprit is, well, it's my playroom. In a lot of ways, it's me. Things that I see as beautiful. The byline is whimsical trifles in fabulous fabrics.
Every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
University of Otago. Usually the atmosphere is charged with the energy of student life. But this week is the week before exams.
Hey, Tane. Not now, man. I'm panicking. Come on, mate. I know just what you need. In here? No. Is this it? No. This is the place to ease your stress.
Hey, Tane. Fancy a little cuddle?
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award-winning Garador.
Thank you for staying with The South Today. Classically trained Dunedin composer Anthony Ritchie is no stranger to traversing different musical worlds. Ritchie writes pieces known as contemporary art songs, but he's also known as a composer for the people. Reporter and sometimes soprano Roselle LeBone had a sing-along with Ritchie and with poet James K. Baxter.
You're just as likely to find Dunedin-bred musician Anthony Ritchie at a Flying Nun concert as you are behind a piano. I'm Roselle LeBone. I'm here with internationally renowned Dunedin composer Anthony Ritchie, and I'm about to give it a whirl on one of his most beloved compositions. Ritchie's work crosses that tricky divide between classic and contemporary. In the case of a piece like Song with poetry by James K. Baxter, that means keeping things simple so the text can shine through. It's supposed to be a bit like a psalm, perhaps, in terms of that feeling that you where it says to be set to music or to be played.
Yes, it is. It's much simpler than some of his poems, so it's much more, 4 lines and they rhyme, and he designed it as a simpler, more approachable type of poem.
Originally a choral arrangement in celebration of several priests being ordained, Song tells the story of the resurrection from the perspective of a disciple of Jesus and describes what it costs to follow God.
You mentioned social justice. I think the song is as relevant today as it was back when he wrote it. That it's about. There's a lot of poverty even within New Zealand, and people who want to help and make a difference have to be prepared to go down into the gutter, I guess, and help people. And in a way, that's I think what he admired about Jesus.
Ritchie says Baxter got particularly close to God towards the end of his life out in the Jerusalem commune.
He was a very worldly man as well, so he had this sort of saint and sinner aspect to him, which is really interesting. Yeah, so this is one of his more saint-like utterances.
Between his hours spent composing, Ritchie is on staff at the University of Otago. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Well, call me a stunned mullet. And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. A Queenstown landowner says he'll remove any other illegal properties structures that appear on his property after he felled a tree earlier this week. Righteous indignation. The Dunedin City Council is introducing new minimum floor levels for buildings in some parts of Dunedin following the floods of 2015. And Ashburton is holding its annual skydiving festival this week. During the week, up to 100 visiting sports skydivers are coached to fall faster. Let's have a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Craig, what a big issue you must have for the weekend.
It certainly is, weekend edition, plenty of reading in it.
Oh, good.
Along with the weekend mix as well. We've got an interesting story about the University of Otago unveiling a plan to dot 60 security cameras around the campus and parts of the city down that end of town as well. $1.2 million is going to be spent. It's going to be phased in, 2 phasings to get it in and start later this year.
That's a lot of observation and a lot of monitoring.
It certainly is, and as you can imagine, not everyone's impressed with it. Some of the students are a bit concerned that they're going to be watching everything they do. But Vice-Chancellor Harleen Hayner said it's really just about being safe for the students. A lot of crime down there recently involving non-students.
Yes.
People going to that area and causing a bit of mischief. So It's aimed at clamping down at them. She's also pointed out that, you know, when Campus Watch was introduced a few years ago, there were the same concerns that was going to, I guess, spoil the student style in some respects, but everyone praises them now, and they're certainly an asset in the area. So down the track, she thinks it's going to be beneficial for all the students. So
good conversation fuel.
Certainly is. Mother's Day on Sunday as well, of course, and we've got a lovely Mother's Day story. Oamaru woman Olivia Bungard, who is hoping she's going to get spoiled by at least one of her 8 children this year. She's got 8 children, ranging in age from 16 to 9 weeks. Interesting, she said she never planned on having a big family, it just sort of happened, so
right,
as it does. So yeah, well worth a read, and it might inspire others to get out there and spoil their mothers on Sunday as well.
Good call.
Highlanders with sport this weekend, they're playing the Bulls. Looking to make some history in Super Rugby competition by winning 7 straight games. First time they will have done that. And also will be able to secure a place in that top 8 going into the final rounds of the competition.
Where's that being played, Craig?
It's in Johannesburg. So,
tough
conditions. It will be tough up there.
Tough, hard, dry ground.
It certainly will. And we've also got a bit of an update on Ben Smith's ankle injury, and it looks like he may be out for a bit longer than we hoped.
Yeah, heard that on the radio.
Another week, but the good news in that is that he will play, if he comes back and plays the Waratahs the week later, he'll be able to celebrate becoming the most capped Highlander in his home ground, so that would be a nice touch as well.
Jolly good.
And the weekend mix, plenty of reading in there. We've got a lovely piece with Tiger Polytech Chief Executive Phil Kerr. He's been in charge down there now for 13 years, so he kind of looks back on the progress the organisation's made in those 13 years and where it's going in the future. So
outstanding. Craig, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Cheers. All right, prepare yourself. Here comes your weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silverhorn Collagen Plus.
And here's the Southern View, pretty flowers in the lower Stewart Street here in Dunedin. And that is Scaff outside the old Dunedin Courthouse as it gets itself bedazzled. Looking at the situation, a slow-moving high tribbles its way across the Tasman. It will pass overhead this weekend, bringing fine weather, crisp sunshine and cool conditions, and fine overnight frost too. Good for kite flying or falling from the sky. All across the south, temperatures are pinned low. 151 in Balclutha, you better get yourself some oven mitts. But it's fine conditions and light sou'westers no matter where you go. It's a graphics error, that's all. It's a minor. Off into the central outlook, goodness me, light winds, fine conditions in 12, and temperatures pinned low, but it is a very fine weekend for everybody in the south. Off to Oamaru, light sou'westers in 12, 11, 10, 12, no matter where you look. From Omarama to Twizel, it's pretty good weather. In Dunedin tonight, fine and cold, the occasional ghost at the Globe Theatre. Blatant plug, 4 degrees tonight. Saturday it's sunny, a little high cloud by the afternoon, chill sou'westerly winds 2 and 12. Sunday opens with sunny periods, scattered high cloud and 11. Those conditions will persist into the new week with cold nights and frosts. 0 on Sunday night. And in Invercargill tonight, it's fine this evening, but 0 tonight. Saturday is fine, sunny, 13 degrees. It might, 12. It might feel a bit cooler though with light winds and 1 overnight. Sunday and Monday are mild days indeed. 13 high cloud and moderate northerly winds. 3 and 13. Pretty good. And that is all that we have for the South today for this week. It is a privilege to bring it to you. I'm Craig Story. Be good to each other.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.